Alright everyone, chill out for a second. The latest Marvel film is not as bad as people are saying. Yes, it has some flaws, but Anthony Mackie stands his ground as a terrific new take on the Star-Spangled Man with a plan. After the events of Avengers Endgame, Steve Rogers passed the shield and title of Captain America down to Sam Wilson. Ever since then, Sam has been transitioning from the responsibility of being an Avenger as Falcon to being the head honcho Captain America, and all that entails.
On your left. On your left.
Sam Wilson.
Steve Rogers.
I'll do my best.
That's why it's yours.
In Brave New World, he must now tackle the skeletons in General Ross's closet, as Ross becomes the new controversial President of the United States. Full disclosure, William Hurt played General Ross until his death in 2022, hence the recasting to Harrison Ford. So, Mackie plays the new Captain America and delivers a solid performance, as well as pulling off a blend of flying and hand-to-hand combat, which is great. What's refreshing is that even after 34 films, Marvel is still working on reinventing the action. Considering he has no superpowers, I thought I'd seen everything that Sam Wilson could do, through his time as Falcon. But add a vibranium shield into the mix, and you've got a whole new hero. Whilst there have been some misses in the past, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, on the whole, the fight scenes are new and exciting. Brave New World is cool because, although it deals with some far-fetched sci-fi, it always feels somewhat grounded. In the cinema, I felt the punches land, and throughout the film they really convey Sam's vulnerability as well as his skill. We truly see how far he's come now he's mastered his high-tech wings. The movements were fluid, and the hits had a real impact that left you satisfied, knowing that it was going to leave a mark the next morning. When you're dealing with a David and Goliath story of Sam versus the Red Hulk, it's crucial to make it feel substantial, so the audience can buy into what's happening, and in my opinion, it worked. Changing gears now, I disliked the constant recaps and wink wink nudge nudge moments Marvel insists on putting in so many of their films. I know that it's somewhat necessary to inform the audience on what's happened previously, but it does it in such a stilted way that tends to disrupt and extend the film unnecessarily. And then some of the plot beats and dialogue become so transparent, like, yeah, we get it, you're teeing this up and paying off this loose end. Now please move on with the story. Reintroduced from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes Joaquin Torres, who is essentially Little Falcon Jr.
Look at Little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
For me, the highlight of the movie was the bond between Sam and Joaquin, as it always felt believable. Their scenes are the heart and soul of Brave New World and form a lively but wholesome dynamic that becomes the emotional core. We begin to see a new side of Sam that's collaborative, but also kind of paternal, like Agent K and Agent J in Men in Black.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
Speaking of reintroductions, Harrison Ford is now General Ross, and it's weird. Maybe it was the fact that they were recasting a well-established character who had previously been in 5 Marvel films, or maybe it's that he's an 82-year-old man playing Red Hulk. I completely get why he's the president, but he seems a touch too old for Red Hulk. For comparison, William Hurt would have been 75 years old if he was still alive. In fact, it feels a lot like this bit from Anchorman 2.
You guys got room in this battle for an old war horse?
Mac Tannen, what are you doing here? You're too old for this.
Well, you see, there's the thing. When there's an early moon, I almost feel like a stallion again.
He's on our side, right, Ron?
He's a were-hyena.
You know how Anthony Hopkins played Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs and won an Oscar for Best Actor for it in 1992, despite only being in the film for 16 minutes? Yeah, that's what Red Hulk is like in this. He looks amazing, and I love every scene he's in, but he's really not in it all that much. On top of that, I didn't think Harrison Ford's performance was anything too special, and in a film with a stacked cast, He kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Literally. I get the reasoning behind the recast, but he just didn't gel for me. Okay, all you need to know is that there are large portions of Captain America that are truly enjoyable and that scratch that Marvel itch. Yet it feels more like an above-average blockbuster than being anything that new or striking. The action stands surprisingly well on its own, and the goodies feel fleshed out enough to be interesting, but the baddies feel kind of hollow and one-note, which is a shame. It's not awful by any stretch, but the villainous atmosphere was just sort of half-hearted at points. I can appreciate that the stakes were lower, and it's more just kind of a lingering danger, but I would have liked a more rounded story about the villains, because as it stands it felt half-baked. The fuzzy green screen backgrounds didn't help as well. Overall, it's like a 6 out of 10, but don't believe the hate, it's nowhere near as bad as people are saying. Now go enjoy Captain America Brave New World whilst it's in cinemas, and if you've seen it, tell me what you thought in the comments with your favourite or worst bit. More reviews are on the horizon, but for now, you can always watch another video and subscribe to my channel to let me know you're liking what I'm doing. It is free after all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.